what if I tell you that AI animations for architecture can help you not just with marketing and expanding your career, but also creating a lot better engaging representations of your design and engaging meetings with your clients and your stakeholders, and can set you apart, your company or your career, to the next level. So today we're going to discuss the AI videos for architecture, and I'm going to show you a few clips. I'm going to show you the 80% that you really need to know to become really good at this. And if you stay until the end, I will give you that bonus so you can extend your animations for up to 3 minutes so you can create like actual films. And just so you guys know, I understand your pain. I will go through it, but if you're a young professional or a business owner of the architecture practice and you just want to learn everything about AI in architecture when it comes to productivity or visualization, this is the channel here for you. So we're going to go through a lot of these items together. Today we're going to discuss AI videos for architecture, so stay until the end. So the first thing was, like, if you're in the architecture practice, you generally speaking spend a lot of times working on 3D videos and 3D models, and then you spend you spend a lot of time doing that, and then you take it to a real-time engine like Twinmotion or DeFi or anything in that aspect for rendering, and you spend countless of hours actually creating the environment. And then at the end of the day, the only thing you have to show for it is maybe 1 or 2 renderings out there. But you know that your model has the potential to show a lot more to the client or the city or whoever that you want to show, because you already have a whole environment created. It's just that maybe 1, it just takes a lot more effort to generate an animation. 2, you already have spent most of your energy and you want to get the project done. And 3, you don't know exactly how to generate these animations of cars moving, people moving, doors opening and closing, camera angles and effects, and it just feels overwhelming and also feels like you don't have the knowledge to generate these sort of animations. So I've been there in the last few months. I have to submit a project for the rookies competition, and I spent countless of hours doing the 3D models and the setup and the DeFi thing, and finally generated amazing like renderings, but realized that the environment was right there to generate animations, but I just felt overwhelmed on all the amount of work that I will need to do for animations. And then is when I started looking for AI to help me kind of generate animations out of a photo. So I already have a couple of renderings that I did. Can AI help me generate animations out of these images? And the answer is yes. You can generate amazing animations with a fraction of the time and the effort that it takes. So this video is to help you, kind of giving you that 80% of how to generate these animations with little effort. The first I want to show you first is a little bit of the steps that we want to go, right? So this is the start of the renderings that I started with, right? Whenever I start, when I was telling you that I was doing my competition, these the renderings I started. This also works with images. So if you have already a project that was completed, but you want to use images for marketing purposes, or you just have a rendering, you can use it for instance, this one here was created with a 3D model and DeFi rendering. This one here was created with Midjourney. This one here was created with the new ChatGPT model. Again, this was 3D model and DeFi. This was 3D model and DeFi. So as you can tell, I mean, a lot of these images are just like out of LLMs, but you can also, these also works with photographs. So if you have a photograph of a place that you have already built, or even like an image that you like, this works for that too. So any specific image that you want to create. So in this case, the case study for this one is if you are coming out of a potential like image that you like or a rendering that you have handy. So what are the main benefits of these animations is, first of all, that not many people see in architecture studios, the marketing. Like I've seen so many, I know like there's a couple of companies that I used to work for that they actually post a lot on LinkedIn and Instagram and all that, and it's great, but it always comes up with these cool rendering and descriptions. But imagine if you can just transform those images that you already have into actual animations and videos. It will generate a lot more engagement. And so one of them is marketing alternative, like marketing purposes, social media purposes. Two is like if you can generate these to a client, you are definitely going over the expectations. Like other clients, all these clients that have worked with other architecture companies are probably not getting these as far as outcomes. So you come out with a rendering and an animation that actually expands your design. I believe that clients are not just going to be impressed, but more willing to go out with the design proposals that you have. Also, it helps you stand up all the competitions. If you're in an architecture company and you're the one doing this and the other people don't know how to do it, this will really set you apart when it comes to the visualization aspect of things. And the last thing, it does help you with quick, rapid ideas and exploration, because sometimes when you're doing the clips, the animations would generate different atmospheres that kind of like working a little bit with Midjourney and everything does, will generate different atmosphere and reflections of the materials in real time that might inspire you to generate another image or use a different material or a different color and everything. So it does help with the exploration process too. Let's go with level number one. So level number one is to upload your image. This is already with the idea that you already have an image or a rendering or a photograph that you want to use. So I will say the first step will be pick the image you want to use, right? So in this case, I show you an example, but in this case, let's say I want to use this one here. So you will pick an image that you want to use, and then from there you will upload the image to the LLM, right? Because think about this, the LLM is gonna be really good at describing things. So just to kind of show you guys, so this is a LLM that I have. So this is a custom GPT I have already. It's called the DLO Kling Animator. So if you by any chance, this one here is already prepared for Kling. If you, I'm really gonna suggest you to use Kling AI. Kling AI is one of the best tools for animations. There's other ones. There's like Sora, there's Kling, there's Kriya. So there's a lot of them you can use. I really recommend you to use Kling AI because that's the one that I found that has the best outcome. Like once you put like an image. So, but regardless of what you use, the process is gonna be very similar. So in this case, I created this custom GPT that is trained for creating prompts for animations. So you will have the link to this one if you want to use it in the description below. But if you don't have to, you just can go to any LLM, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity, right? In this case, I'm just gonna do it without the custom GPT, and you would just upload an image. And this is kind of how I'm telling you how I kind of did it. So I will upload the image, and I will ask the LLM this specific example, and you can copy it. I will put these examples of the prompts in the description below, so you can just copy paste it. But here's an example of the prompt I would give it. So it will be like, you're a filmmaker and producer expert specializing in the short film prompts in animations for Kling AI, or you can just change that for whatever you're using. Your job is to create a 10-second cinematic film with specific focus in architecture elements, lighting, environment, camera movements, and effects. You must also optimize the writing to get the most out of, again, the tool you are using, and keeping the prompt in less than 800 characters. I give it that's optional. Make sure to also add negative prompts if for whatever reason Kling AI has the tablet for like negative prompts, and so this is an example of what I got right out of the image. So if you go to their main site, right, of Kling AI, you will normally, this is what you will kind of go to your account, you will go to video generation. And once you're in video generation, this is the way it will show, right? You will not be, or this is my project, but what you want to do is you want to bring that prompt that was, first of all, once you kind of have the prompt, read the prompt, do any minor edits that you want to based on what you have in your mind when it comes to the animation. Copy the prompt here. Then I will say upload that image right here. But for instance, I will upload this image here, and look the result of this. You see that? How it was able to generate these 10-second clips in only a few seconds, and you see the lighting, you see the sky, you see the lighting of the buildings here, the water, the movement of the trees, the movement of the people. This would have definitely taken me hours to even just figure out how to generate, but because of this, you can generate this in a fraction of the time. You can just put the prompt, put the picture there, and like in 5 minutes it will render out this. Here you also have the option. hope you still guys see me. But here you also have the option for the negative prompt. So here's where you will put the negative prompt and then generate. I would recommend, as kind of what I'm telling you in the recommendations, I would recommend you to start with a 10 seconds and 2 outputs, just because it's gonna give you a lot more ideation, because sometimes it will be that you're watching the video and it kind of created something funny in the video. So when you generate 10 seconds, it gives the AI a lot more time to figure out what to do in 10 seconds rather than 5, and it gives you a better sample. It also gives you different iterations just in case it messes up on, or it's just one is not the way you want it to be. Also here I will recommend you to keep the creativity and the relevance for, you know, middle. You can always change, but I feel like if you keep it in the middle, I think that's the optimal way to do it. So those are the main setups that you need. I mean, once you kind of have these guys, it's pretty much like that's all you need. Just getting a good prompt with a good image at the beginning, making sure you have the prompts, and really start testing from there. You test. And that's kind of what I'm giving you here. That you test, you edit the prompt, and then you upgrade to professional. So here, once you're finally here, you normally start with standard, so it gives you, charges you less points. But once you kind of have like like animation that you really like, you pretty much just generate again. But the only thing you need is to change to professional, which will generate a better quality of the animation, and it might change it very slightly, but it's very minimal, but it will actually upgrade the quality of the video that it's gonna give you. So that is level 1 for you guys. So